Coach Jenny Lynch, Wachusett, congratulations.
Thank you.
And you're a hell of a soccer coach.
We had some good times back in those days.
Yes, we did. Very proud.
Thanks. Well, guys,
Hi, Emile. Congratulations.
we're around for a long time,
Congratulations, Coach.
and you don't really ever think of these things happening, but I've been blessed with a bunch of great kids. I just get emotional, but I grew up in Leominster, and I wanted to be a baseball coach, believe it or not, when I was in high school. And I said that was my aim. The first year I taught in Lancaster, and then I came to Leominster, and it was a few years later I was assistant coach to my uncle, and I got the job.
Who was your uncle, Coach?
Bill Johnson. He coached there for about 10, 12 years before I was in junior high school and college. And when you have, we have a great feeder system in Leominster. It certainly aided our program immensely. And I've been blessed with support from the superintendent's office when Marty Moran was superintendent back in 1962. I came to Leominster. 61 I taught, in fall of 61 I taught in Lancaster. And then for Marty Moran I worked, for 5 or 6 superintendents and about 5 or 6 principals. And with their support, we've been able to do this, and I've had some terrific assistant coaches. I mean, this is not a one-man operation, and I'm the last to want anyone to think that. But I've had Don Frieda that's been with me for almost 40 years. I had him as a player, and then he went to Fitchburg, but he left. Didn't play only 2 years, and he came and coached while he was still in college. And he's been with us all the years. And Rich Barnaby and Steve McGaughy. I've just been blessed with people that have been willing a long time before that. Doc Ware, who's now in California, they were all helped me, and it's only through their efforts that I reached 700. And to think that if someone says, "Oh yeah, he did," no, there's a lot of people behind the scenes that deserve to have acknowledgement besides just the head coach. It's a team effort from the superintendent right down to the assistant coaches.
What are you thinking of right now? What does 700 mean to you?
You become a little emotional, really.
Sure.
It's a long road. You don't think about it. All you try to think about is the next game and trying to win. I'm a very competitive person, probably too competitive. I mean, when I went to college, I never played soccer, and we played in the national. I scored 28 goals in the senior 1 year and 11 games. We played in the national tournament.
And you became a soccer coach.
And then I was soccer coach for 36 years in Leominster before I gave it up and let someone else do it. The nature of the beast. I coached JV basketball. I coached Stevens Junior College for 5 years. I just love coaching, and that's why I went into teaching. I taught Ted Damko, probably you fellas know, was a great friend of mine. I worked freshman year 5 years, and I was his JV assistant for 6 or 7 years after that. Before I then took over the girls program as varsity girls, and I coached varsity girls for 5 years. So I've had some great experiences over my life, not just in baseball, but in all athletics. My father was a great athlete, and he became principal of Leominster Trade School, and so it was in the bloodline. And it's just, it's just secondary to me. I just love to compete. I guess I own hardest horses. I probably shouldn't, but I'm spilling off.
You always do.
And I have 4 of them. In fact, I'm going to take tomorrow morning. I'm going to Saratoga. I have a horse racing.
Cool.
We can't practice on Saturdays because we don't have a field this year. See, we're playing at the Babe Ruth field because they're resurfacing our field at Doyle Field. It's going to be, I was going to retire after this year, but we can't practice. And I want one nice facility for 1 year, and then I have great assistants.